What's up, people? What up? What up? What up? What up? Got a little something on my mind today, man. I was going over some stuff with the wifey, and man, it triggered some things in my head, man. Got me to thinking, man, and I gotta share with the people, man. What up, though? Let's get it. Whoa. What up, people, man? What up, man? Grandson, man, I appreciate you tapping in with me, man. We building, man. I appreciate it. So, man, it's like, the holiday just, it's still in the holiday season, according to the machine and shit. And I had I was checking something out, man, as far as what's selling and what ain't selling right now. And do y'all know about the Foamposites, the dopes? You know what I mean? Before I get started, I own 3 different pairs of them right now, but they're about to release them again in 2023. They got some new ones coming out, and they $300, right? And that's the going rate for kicks, that man. That's the going, man. Exactly, bro, man. What's up with you, man? That's the going rate that we didn't allow them to, you know what I'm saying, jack up and put the market price up for us, because they tell us what's supposed to be hot, right? And I'm going over, I'm online, I'm going over all the different styles and colors that they got going on now, and it's bullshit for real. The best ones to me was the white with the patent leather around the blue, and the jet black ones. Them the 2 that I rock the most, but I got the wife here got me an old colorful ass pad that I don't rock with like that, man. 5 up account, what up, man? What up? Man, I'm gonna make a point with this right here. And it's like, man, they re-releasing them, the Foamposites, and it's like they going 300. That's the market price right now before they even released. But so when they released and everybody go, you know what I'm saying, go get them, they're gonna be $600-700. The ones I got in my closet right now, I paid 2 and some change, but they going $700-800 right now. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting there telling the wife, I'm like, damn, how did we allow them to tell us the market for tennis shoes / gym shoes if you're in the Midwest. And what they doing is, and if you go to the actual Nike, it's only a certain select Foamposite that they make, but they got these sweatshops, these sweat boxes. They over here making all this underground ass tennises and shit, and they been shipped right along with the so-called real ones, and we buying this shit, man, and it's costing them, like, really think about it. We ready to pay $600 for a pair of kicks, and I got a shoe fetish. I got a closet for, man. I got at least 50 pair of tennis shoes. I'm a shoe freak, because when I was a kid, my mom couldn't afford them tennises and shit. I had to go to Payless and shit. So when I got old enough, I fell into the shit where, man, I gotta keep my feet this, that, and that brand, and you know what I mean. So I'm guilty of it. But I'm sitting back thinking about, man, how they done brainwashed us on what's so-called the styles and what's so-called important brands and what's so-called the shit we have to have. You know what I'm saying? Man, 5 of a kind, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate it, appreciate it. And I'm like, man, they had a thing going here in Baltimore, man, where they was you had a bunch of people that's missing, man. You got a bunch of man, it's an underground shit that's going on where they snatching these ladies, they snatching these kids, and there's a lot of them sitting over there in the motherfucking sweatshops, getting paid nothing, and they sun up to sundown making these motherfucking clothes that we out here getting killed and killing our people's behind. And I'm like, man, I start doing a little research. How many people that got killed over those dopes? Over them damn Foamposites, man. And it's like, the numbers is astronomical, man, because we didn't allow them to set the market on everything for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm a style dude, but I don't go price checking. If I see something that I like, that's what I like. Might be $300, but it also might be $30. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't gauge what I wear according to how much some shit costs. You know what I'm saying? Wonder which shoe companies make their shoes here in the USA. Probably none. Exactly. They all sweatshops overseas. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there and I'm telling the wife, I'm like, damn. They had a whole situation here where they wind up doing the feds wind up doing a raid on all these motherfuckers. They was kidnapping and shit, and they had them going downtown, working the block. So they had it was over 100 women. They had them working the block, stripping, selling ass, stripping all night. Then they pack that. When they come out of the club, they go straight in this fucking van, take them right to 40 and put them in these bottom feeder ass hotels. You know what I'm saying? And this went on day after day after day after day. And you see what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the whole city know. But it's the same cycle and the same method that they use in these sweatshops. And it's like, man, we allow them to dictate to us what we gotta wear, what's so-called important for us to wear, and we turn a blind eye to, man, the shit that's being done to, no matter what the color is, the shit that's been done to people in the name of a stamp that they telling us is valuable or important. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm just sitting back thinking, I ain't on no preaching shit. I'm just on some real shit. It's just like, man, I like high quality stuff myself. You know what I mean? More so my feet. I got a shoe fetish, man. When I tell you that, and I'm a part of the problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because my feet is mine. The feet make the outfit. That's how I always look. You have on a cheap pair of jeans, a regular white tee, but if your feet fresh, that makes the outfit. And then get you a nice fitted. It's so been done. You ready for the night. You know what I'm saying? My most expensive shoes are my Timberlands. They look dope like tennis shoes, but composite toe 175 exact. Man, I used to excuse me. I used to look at the price of my tennis shoes, because it was like, man, that's when I was younger though. When I was younger, I'm like, damn, I'm trying to stay in this $100 range. Trying to stay in it. But like the Foamposites, a couple of them, I love the style. I wear a size 12. So the way they cut, my feet don't look big in those. So I like how they look with a nice pair of jeans. But then when you see if you know shoes, every season, only certain colors. Nike only makes certain colors in ones. They only release certain colors in these Adidas. They only release certain colors in this, and it goes by the regions. You know what I mean? So the East Coast might have the green and white ones, and the blue and white ones. The Midwest might have the black and the yellows, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm sitting online and I'm looking at the new Foamposites that's supposed to be coming out, and the ones that they have them in the variety of colors, but they not those colors don't go with the Nike brand. So we ready to go buy these motherfuckers $600, and because we're gonna buy them, we're gonna buy them. You know what I'm saying? They $375 right now, as according to them being released next month or whatever. But by the time you know you know what they do? They only Nike ships out X amount of pairs of them, and then they slide in the remainder of them. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a clothing. I left Baltimore and moved back to Chicago. I moved back to my old neighborhood and opened a clothing store. And man, I started coming up to New York, buying the cases of the ones and shit like that. Cause once I was going through the Nike factory, through the Nike company, and they was shipping me the ones and everything. But people don't even understand. Certain times of the year, white Air Force Ones are not manufactured by Nike. So if you go in Foot Locker, you go in Champs, any of them, certain times of the year, if you can find some white ones up in there, what's up, Air Blue? What's up? What up? What up? If you can find white ones up in there during that season, they are not real. You know what I'm saying? But we go off if this store say they real, that's what we gonna. That's that gotta be official. If they tell us that's real, that gotta be official. And man, we have been brainwashed letting these motherfuckers just get generational wealth off us being ignorant to the fact that a lot of that shit is bullshit. On top of, man, we are part of the problem with all these women and kids that's coming up missing. Cause man, them sweatshops and shit is real, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is really going down. It's people whose family members are really AWOL. You know what I'm saying? Behind us on the fashion tip. And I ain't on that, man. I ain't saying go buy no man, cause I like looking nice. But the reality of it is, man, we gotta hold ourselves accountable sometime, on top of put the pressure on their ass. I need to know if I'm gonna pay if that shoe costs $375, I want a real manufactured $375 pair of fucking shoes. But they sliding in and that come down to Nike, Adidas, that, you know what I mean? But it's bigger than that. You go to the mall, it's these damn stores. It's the stores that we shopping at and shit. You know what I'm saying? They bringing in this amount of real so-called manufactured material. Then they sliding all these underground motherfucking shoes and shirts and shit in on us and put them right on the racks with the other ones. And we green as hell and blind to the fact that, of course, Foot Locker wouldn't sell us no bullshit. Yes, they will. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they will, bro. What up, Nate, man? What it do, bro? What's up with you, man? Just on here, man. I was brainstorming some stuff last night, man, in the Foamposites, the dopes, man. And I love the style of them. I love how they look on my feet and all of that. But we got to stop being guinea pigs and giving our money away for real, man. Because they psychologically brainwash us on what's supposed to be important, what's supposed to look good on us, what we supposed to wear if we made it, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, and we'll pay $300, stand in that fucking line and pay $300 for a pair of tennises that they might have paid $6 to fucking make. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving them probably a little too much credit. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And it's like, man, we gotta start valuing our dollar. We gotta start treasuring our dollar, especially, man, the things that's going on in the name of fashion that we so-called gotta have. You know what I'm saying? And then, man, I looked up how many kids got their noodles knocked back over them Foamposites. It's like, man, killed over these damn shoes and shit. It's like, man, and we paying for some bullshit that ain't even authentic, that ain't even real, but we gonna pay top dollar just so we can feel like we them dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I just be trying, man. I ain't on no preachy shit, but it's like, man, I think about everything. I think about where my money goes. Because if I go in I'm gonna give you an example. I went to the market. It was what was it? I think it was Giant. I go up in there, and man, if I'm spending my money, you ain't gonna carry me a certain type of way like I have to spend my money. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna overlook me. I looked it up. They pay Chinese 64 cents an hour in some of these shoes. Exactly. That's my point. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I'm sitting there, me and the wifey at the line, and I'm like, I'm bringing the stuff up. She get the total going, and she like food stamps, right? Huh? The fuck make you think just because my black ass up in here, I gotta have food stamps? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's an insult to me. Don't assume nothing with me. You understand? Because I ain't gonna assume nothing with you. And it's like that's something. Some people might say, "Man, that's minute." That's not minute. That's not minute. That's not minute to me. Don't have a prejudged anything when it come to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, and then if you got an attitude about it, I ain't spending my dollar nowhere if you giving me that negative energy when I'm trying to pay you my money. I never come back there. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to start valuing our money on top of, man, it's what's really important to us, man. And it ain't about the race. It's about, man, it's about human life, man. We paying for a lot of this trafficking and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, the shit is real, and us urban community, we should be one of the biggest advocates for, man, not being a part of that shit. But we spend more money than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? We done devalued the dollar our goddamn self. That type of shit really grind my gears, man. It's exactly, Blue. It's like, man, my money, I work too hard for my money for you to carry me like I'm entitled to give you my money. You understand what I'm saying? Because it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get a quality. I'm gonna be treated like a quality customer, just like if the gentleman and his wife walked up in here in front of me and you, yes sir, no sir, but then you around here heavy breathing when I get to the register. No, I don't play shit like that. And I mean, I call them out on it. And I'm a real respectable dude. But if you're not showing me respect as anything, I'm a go ham, because man, I don't take that shit very well, because I never do you or anybody else like that first. Yep. If I'm not treated right at an establishment, I walk, man, in a minute. And the whole thing about it, I had to drill this in my wife's head. Once I say something, if somebody giving me some negative energy in a store, restaurant, especially restaurants or somewhere where I'm taking something in my body, if I feel a dispute and I speak on it, I ain't eating that. You understand what I mean? And I had to really drill it in my wife. She's like, hey, we already sitting down at the restaurant. I don't give a fuck. You don't know what they doing behind them doors back there after you to make them remake your shit. And if they giving you energy like it's a problem because they messed up, man, I ain't getting loogie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because, man, I think too much. I get sick in a minute, so I already know I'm an extra stage left off the rip. So it's like, man, we gotta stop it. Man, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, man, certain stuff I don't tolerate. You know what I mean? Certain stuff don't sit well with me. And it's like, man, and I ain't ashamed to say it. I ain't too proud to let you know certain shit rubs me the wrong way. And that, man, I can't be a part of it if I don't believe in it. You can't tell me what's supposed to be the hottest thing looking good on me. You can't tell me what I have to wear to be accepted as, oh, he living good. You can't tell me where I gotta live to be accepted as, oh, they made it. You understand? We didn't let them put us in a box and mentally fuck us, and you know what I mean, for real. And we don't even have a say on how we wanna dress, how we want to live, where we want to live. None of that, because we done fell into this thing, man, having to be accepted by a certain group of nobodies, for real. You know what I mean? We got to stop allowing and participating in the fuckery that go on in, you know what I mean? And I don't want no smoke, but America, motherfucker, and I'd rather be here than anywhere else. So I got the right to say this, I got the right to feel like this, and I got the right not to participate in certain bullshit that's go on in America. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I was looking, man. It's like, and the flavor, the color schemes that they got on these Foamposites, it shows you that those not gonna be real. And they're coming out next month, in the next month or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm like, damn, so off the rip, it's all online. They preparing us to take our damn money, man. My grandmother used to say, you don't argue with and then accept trust service from restaurants and doctors. Get up and get the fuck up. Man, say it again. My wife used to be like, come on, babe, I'm hungry. I don't give a damn. Because I get sick immediately, especially when it comes to the food. I think too much. You know what I'm saying? Because if I feel like somebody done played around, I'm like, man, this shit coming up right where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm a Earl everywhere because I think too fucking hard. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I know how shrewd and evil people can be, especially when people feel as though you don't have the right to question something. You don't have the right to tell them, no, you did that wrong. They feel like you don't have the right to tell them to do their damn job. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, we just have to stop participating in the fuckery that go on, man. And it's like the money we generate, you know what I'm saying? You're tired of 100. Man, thank you, bro. Man, New York Link, I appreciate it. You know, I really appreciate it. It's like, man, the money that we generate, and when I say our community, I mean lower to middle class people, period. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta stop pretending like, of course, they put us color folks in a box, but it's a level of income. That's how the overall scheme of people that's successful look at. They don't give a fuck what color you is. If you in a certain cost of living, white, black, Spanish, whatever the fuck you is, that's how they look at you. So we gotta get us off the color scheme all the time and look at the big picture, how they using all of that shit against us, the mind fuckers, you know what I mean? 52 fake us out, and man, the Jedi mind trick shit on us all the time, man. And it's like, man, and my wife like, damn, baby, you want it? Because first I'm like, damn, baby, I want those ones right there. And she get to showing me, Nike does not release 15 different color schemes at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, man, they don't. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's like, just say I'm here in Baltimore. Most of you cats are in New York and shit. So this East Coast might have the black and white, the blue and gray, and the red and blues. Ohio, Illinois, and Chicago might have the all blacks, the all whites, the orange and yellows, whatever, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you know what I mean? It's like you have to, how they take a third of my check, shit, just dead. But man, come on, man. It's like, man, we allowing, man, and don't get me wrong, I would rather be in this country than any other country, because I got the right. This country give me the right to say what I'm saying right now. Because if I somewhere else, they fuck around and behead me or cut my damn tongue out my mouth. So I ain't bashing on, you know what I mean? I appreciate being in the country that I live in, but I'm also honest enough to know that the country that we live in is the biggest pimps walking around this motherfucker, and they'll pimp all our ass out, even though we ain't the ones up in that damn sweatshop. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. So we got to start holding these companies accountable, man. Where we spending our money at, because you can't say your moral compass is this, your moral code is that, and as soon as you go spend your dollar, that's to them little babies and shit that they got snatched up over there. We participating in that shit ourselves. We might not directly be hands-on with it, but if we are generating the money to them so they can keep this shit going, we're part of the problem also. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at stuff now that I'm getting older. You know what I mean? And I got man, and trust me when I tell you this, my shoe game, I take serious because the shoes make the outfit. You know what I mean? So, man, my closet right now is laced. You know what I mean? All the way out every corner with tennises and shit. Cause man, I couldn't afford it when I was a kid, and they used that shit against us, man. They use it against us. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta start watching where our dollars is spent. We gotta start making these companies, making these people, making your neighbor and everybody respect where we spending our money and how we spending our money. Because everything that they tell us we have to do with our dollar, no, the fuck we don't. You understand what I'm saying? We allow them to tell us how much that's why the American dollar has no value no more. The money in this country ain't worth shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Real for real. Knowing the tricks and how to navigate around what they're throwing out there at us is detrimental to our survival. You are 100% correct, man. And it's like I wound up when I had opened I said, like, but man, appreciate it, man. I had moved, excuse me, it's probably 2005 or something like that. I moved back to Chicago, I'm thinking about the neighborhood, man, because I had made a couple dollars, me and my brother. We had, man, let's go back to the hood, open up a clothing / shoe store and sell our music out of there. You know what I mean? So we come in there, man, we got this vision of, man, we made it out. Let's go back and let's give a couple people a job. Let's put some affordable, because man, we ain't finna pimp them out. And you know what I mean? You got all the Arab stores in our old neighborhood also, and everything's sky high. So we like, man, we gonna do it really, sell this shit at market price and XYZ. I leave the East Coast. I go back home. Was just having this conversation with my daughter-in-law last night. Man, it's crazy, right? You know what I mean? It's like, man, so I moved back to Chicago. But then this is what they do to us. I tried to get a Nike account. I tried to get True Religion. And you know what I mean? Oh, what was the female brand? What is it, 5 or something like that? When they just had a 500 pockets or something, but I was going through all the upper scale urban wear. They was not trying to give me, my company, an account, and it was going off of where I was located. It was because where I was located, these companies, that shit wind down right where we at to tell pretty much what I looked like before they even fucking seen me. So you know what I mean? I had to apply for American Express that covered only this much, and it was this much per month. You know what I mean? They told me only way I could even try to participate with dealing with these damn companies is, man, I had to jump through. I had to be pop locking, break dancing, and jumping through loopholes to try to get some shit. So this how I started figuring this shit out. What's the street in New York? It's the warehouses that you can get all the cases of the Nikes, all the jerseys and all that shit. I wound up Nike. I got a Nike account, but they would only let me. They scaled me. I can only get so many pairs shipped to me. You know what I'm saying? Through Nike. And that was the time all the Air Force Ones was popping everywhere. The ones with the white tees was jumping off. But whatever the street is, when you come over the bridge going to New York, where all them damn warehouses at, when you go in and get all that little wholesale shit, basically. Man, I had to drive to New York from Chicago every other week. I'm getting cases upon cases of Air Force Ones. Because Nike would only sell me, I can't remember the exact number. They would only sell me per month. That's all they would ship to my store was only a certain amount. And then it was only certain sizes. So I would drive to New York. And get cases up the ass and bring them back. And man, put them in the stores. Cause what I realized it was a credit card company. And he opened my eyes to something. He was like, man, Nike only makes this color from June to say November. This shoe here the color scheme only come out from this month to this month. So I'm like, damn, so right now shouldn't be no damn ones up in Foot Locker right now. Shouldn't be no ones in Champs right now. We think because we walk up in Foot Locker, they selling us all authentic shit. No, If Foot Locker has white ones at this time of year, XYZ this month, they ain't real. So these major companies doing the same thing. They sliding us in. We thinking we get high quality, top quality, but we get the same damn pair of tennis shoes that you buy at the flea market. You know what I'm saying? Because we go off, we done let them convince us that just because Champs say it's good, it's good. Just because Foot Locker tell us it's good, it's good. Jimmy Jazz tell us it's good, it's good. And man, they sell us all this bootleg shit with very minor details that you can't see with the eye. You go in certain stores, most of us don't pay attention to nothing except the price tag. You know what I mean? We don't look at if that stitching is off just a hair. If that shit is off a hair underneath that fucking fold, that shit's not authentic. If it's a hair off on the cuff, it ain't, you know what I mean? We let them slide in all this fake shit and they put the price on us. And where we shop at, like, and we go for the 52 fake out. Because we always chasing and striving to be able to afford that damn price tag, man. And it's like, man, I just want to tell our people, and when I say our people, I mean everybody in these lower and middle classes, man. Start valuing our damn dollar more. Start paying attention to what we putting our money into. Start, you know what I mean? It's okay to ask a question when you spending your hard-earned money. It's okay for them to detail what the fuck my money is going to, or you won't want my money. You understand what I'm saying, man? I got a right to ask you, damn, how long them veggies been up that motherfucker? Or is that meat right there from fucking Idaho, or you just put a stamp on it? You know, we have the right to question where our money is going, what they doing with our money, or we got the right to hold on our shit for real, and stop frivolously just giving our money away because the machine tell us only way we are accepted on that other side or in this so-called upper echelon is we have to wear this, we have to shop here, we have to live here, we have to drive this car, man, fuck all that, man. If you don't like it within yourself, because that's something you like, man, I always been a type of dude, I can make anything look good any motherfucking way. So the brand don't do it. The brand don't make me, I make the brand. You know what I'm saying? So like for real. And it's like, man, I was just, that man, me and the wife is sitting there, we going there, she pulling shit up. She's like, damn, baby, I didn't know they had this color. I didn't know they had, but the color scheme that they got coming out, so they're not real. You know what I'm saying? They're not real. And they just did a sweep here, man, down on Broadway. They just did a sweep down on Broadway, man. And they snatched up 100. They snatched up 100 illegals who was working on this underground railroad. And then they went downtown on the block. The feds did a sweep at 2 of the strip joints down there. Man, it was 70-some women that was trafficked. You know what I mean? They had them working at the titty bars all night. Then they was shipping them to these stores out here. Then taking their ass down on 40 up in these old bottom of the barrel ass hotels where everybody turn a blind eye to because drugs, pussy, and XYZ is, you know what I mean, the number one supply around here. And excuse my language, but that's for real. And it's like, man, people go right past it every day and don't even pay attention. We sitting there. Guys go to these strip man, and I'm like, man, I love me some titties and ass. Excuse my language for the ladies in the house, but man, it was so many women up in there that if you look past the structure of their body, hold on, yes, sadly, so many that bought into they say it's cool, so I gotta have exactly mentality, man. But we just look at damn shorty fat as shit. You know what I mean? We in there violating them. Unknowingly that we violate them, but if you sit back for a second and look, you can see some pain in the person's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And if you, man, and they was pimping them out like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but man, And they had two of the most popular strip joints that's here on the block. You know what I'm saying? About 10 years ago, Nike closed the door on small American business and terminated the contracts with Carter's, Shoe Plus, Index, Alpha, and Omega, etc. My point exactly. Man, it's like they tell us how successful we can get, how successful we can be. But then in the meantime, even if we're not trying to take it to that next level, man, we are full-blown participants in a lot of the fuckery that's going on, a lot of the abuse that's going on, a whole shitload of this trafficking that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you got some of them, man, I was working with some, what was they race? They were Spanish, but it was a specific one. I can't remember which one they come from over there. The things that they willing to do to get over here, because, you know what I mean? Because, man, some of these places carry human beings like they animals for real, for real. That's just a reality that we overlook. So I was talking to these guys, man, and the things that they did to get here is, man, shit is crazy, man. That damn death ride, it's a train that's called a death ride that they gotta hang on to get to a certain part, to jump off the swim to the United. Some book, man. If you get a chance, look into the death ride coming from Mexico, and the shit'll blow your mind. Pregnant women and shit dying regularly, getting ran over by these fucking trains, X, Y, Z. Man, it's crazy. But it's the same thing on a different scale. Man, we tipping these women, we in there violating them, slapping ass, getting some slimy top and some more shit on, and they ain't even supposed to be here. They here but not on their own accord. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we be participating in a lot of stuff, man, that we don't pay attention to, man. We gotta stop allowing, man. I love America. That I love that I can live in America, but I'm also honest with, man, it's a lot of shit that go on in America, man, that's against a bunch of our moral codes, that's against a bunch of our, the way, man, we feel it. We might not firsthand do it. Man, I'd never do that shit, but man, we doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see this chick over here getting her face punched in, and you just walk off and, oh man, I ain't getting in their shit. You might not have did it, but you did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be thinking now in my old age and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, during this time of year, we spend a lot of money on a lot of nothing ass shit. Just start paying attention to our dollar, man. That's why this cycle of us, we put a cap on how far we can elevate as a people, as a community, all of that shit. Cause we don't do nothing with our money except once it come in our hands, that shit got to go. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And so many are so blind to the BS. Man, that's for real, man. I ain't always been the one. Just because you tell me the sky blue, I want to figure out what made the sky really be blue. I always thought like that. You know what I mean? You can't just tell me anything and I'm gonna believe it. You know what I mean? I always had to dig and question shit. You know, I've been like that since I was a kid, and I ain't mad about that. You know what I'm saying, man? I live in Tucson, Arizona, an hour from the border, and Sinaloa country in the area. A lot of illegals in the streets here. Home, exactly, man. For real. I be watching damn, what's the name of it, man? This dude, he rides around. He right there in Arizona. This one that be in Arizona, and this one that be in one of the other borders, man. It's like the thing they try to get over here. You know what I mean? Cause think about this. This goes further than just Spanish people. You have a lot of these women and shit, man. China, a motherfucker too. You know what I mean? Over there in Japan, it's a bunch of countries, man, that violate women and kids. So they trying to come over here and, man, this motherfucker the belly of the beast for real, but it's better than what they have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I got to know, damn, what was able them? Where did able them come from, man? Damn, I can't remember where these Spanish guys came from, but this dude, he said he was 13 when he came over here. He came over here, him, his mother, and his little sister. His mother was pregnant. His mother died on the way here. Little sister got raped. His little sister got raped in front of him, then taken. And this shorty had to figure out how to get over here to the motherfucking country on his own. But he here now. It's like, man, this shit is crazy. The stuff that we participate in, you know what I mean? In this, for me saying that, a lot of them get caught. And man, when they get caught, all of them so-called agents ain't straight up and going by the book. A lot of them shiesty ass motherfuckers take a boat, they turn in a truckload, and they might give a truckload to these people over here that's blessing their pockets so they can use them how they choose. You know, I mean, there's a lot of that going on in this country, man. And we gotta start paying attention. And it's like, man, as I got older, I pay attention to how if I want something, I'm gonna go get it. That's because I want that. They can't tell me that's what's supposed to be nice. That's what looks good because they tell me that. I don't give a fuck what the price tag. If that shit don't look right on me, I ain't gonna rock it. You know what I'm saying? And I always made what I had on. What I have on don't make me. You know what I'm saying? And I always had that mentality other than my feet. Because as a kid, my mom was giving me Payless, so that shit was mentally drilled in my head that I had to get the Jordans. I had to get you know what I mean? So, man, but now I'm trying to catch myself even in my older years, man. Watch what I spend my money on, because, man, I got a heart. You know what I'm saying? Because certain stuff I won't do. Certain stuff I won't, unless you attempted to do something to me and mine. I never violate any person. Cause man, that's how my heart cut. That shit, man, I think too much. So that shit bother me. So I have to watch with me being the person that I am. I need to pay more attention to where I spend my money as well. You know what I'm saying? Cause man, I don't like that shit. Cause man, I'm one of them dudes. You can't have your girl hair wrapped around in your fucking palms and you dragging that down the street. No, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's hard for me to do. I'd probably go knock his dick string loose, excuse my language, because I saw women in my family being abused. So that shit triggers shit with me. You understand what I'm saying? So certain stuff I don't believe in, and stuff I don't believe in, my money is being used to participate in that shit. So I just want everybody, man, this is the season that our community, spend more money than anybody else this time of year, man. And we don't get, man, the shit we get back in return is nothing. And you know what I'm saying? So we need to start paying attention, man, to, man, where our money going, what they doing with our money, and then make sure they appreciate us spending our money, man. Because it's like, man, I'm on some working for myself type shit now, because I worked too hard already for years to make other people's pockets fat, and they still ain't value, man, the work of the man. And the morals that I have anyway, they ain't deserve to have my fucking in there. They ain't deserve, and a lot of these places don't deserve for me to spend my money with them, knowing the shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in that. I got 3 daughters, man, and a stepdaughter. So, you know, it's a lot of ladies that's getting violated in a bunch of different ways, and we trying to blind eye, man, because we pretend like, you know, we don't see certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then we sit in the background on the sideline talking about how sturdy we is. You know what I mean? So, man, that was just on my brain, man, and I felt like getting it off my chest, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Hope everybody, the holiday was great, but man, take a look, man. Pay attention to, man, when you go in these damn malls and shit, man. Make sure you getting the quality of what. If it says Gap, you make sure that shit was manufactured. And you got the right, man. You got the right to ask questions. You got the right for them motherfuckers to give you the tracking where that motherfucker came from, etc., etc. Or, man, all right, I'll see you on the next one. You ain't gonna man. I want to see where my money going. I want to see what I'm paying my money for. And man, you damn sure better treat me like You better treat me like Trump spending his dollar when I spend my dollar. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, man, that's how I feel, for real, for real. And it's like, man, we got to stop paying attention, man, for real, to the little things that we think is little, because they actually really fucking big, man. As U.S. citizens, we are required to pay our taxes, and we are held accountable. We, the people, should hold the government accountable for how they use our tax dollars and audit their ass. Man, said again, man, said again, five of a kind media. Man, it's just something to put on your mental, man, for the day, man. And appreciate everybody tapping in, man. I'm just, I ain't trying to just put out. Y'all know me. I do shit a little different, man. It's no set method to my madness. I just get on here what I feel, man. What I feel, that's what I'm going to get on here and speak about. But it's going to always be true, factual, real, even if I'm telling my story or if I come on here and tell you something like this. I ain't going to get on here and do no blowing no smoke up your ass and give you some frou-frou just to be up here talking, man. So I appreciate y'all giving me an ear, man. For real, for real. So, man, L Blue, you already know what it is, sis, man. For real, man. Always love Five of a Kind Media. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Who else up in here, man? Who else up in here? New York Links, man. Appreciate it. We are building. I definitely appreciate it, man. So everybody, man, stay with me, man. I got some things in the works, man. You know, just trying to get past this little holiday thing right here, because the wife around here got, man, she had me around here moving, man. Treat me like old Hebrew slave. No offense to anybody, please. But she was working the hell out of me, you know? So, man, everybody have a good one, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with your boy, man. It's always love, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I never take it for granted, you know? So, man, on the next one, people, man, like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, Chicago's finest, man. And I'm out of here, folks. Thank you.